Hey, look! You actually see Willie for a change. Well, today I got something really cool to show you. This was made by the Ideal Toy Company back in the late 70s. It's an electronic game. It's a light gun game. One of the earliest ones. It's actually kind of cool. It's not very common. It's pretty obscure. It's Ideal's electronic. I have it upside down, dummy. Electronic two-man Skeet. This is so cool. Now, I remember seeing these, back in the day. I saw them at Montgomery Wards. The Montgomery Wards that I went to with my mom and dad, every holiday season, usually the week of Thanksgiving, Montgomery Wards would close down their outside, plant area and stuff, and then convert it to like a Santa Claus land, and then have like trains set up and slot car racing set up, and some other toys that were new for the year set up so you can actually see them working and mess around with. This is one of those toys that was set up. I think it was in the either 78 or 79, if I remember right. I remember seeing this. I thought it was awesome. I didn't get one for Christmas that year. I got a Tomy Big Loader, but I love the Tomy Big Loader. But I always thought this was really cool. Now you got to keep in mind, even though it was selling for around $75, in the catalogs, in today's money, it's over $350. So I could see why I didn't get one for Christmas. That's pretty expensive. But it is a really, really cool electronic game. It's a lot of fun to play. You can play it by yourself, or you can play with another player. It's more fun to play with another player. In my opinion, it is. Anyway, it's got a neat looking box. This box is in kind of rough shape. But you can see on the side right here, shows a little console and stuff. And of course on the back, it says play any of 12 game variations. So you have Skeet, you have running target, you have disappearing target you can do. You can do one player, two player modes. It's got a lot of gameplay value to it. Now if you're playing one player, you're thinking, well, how could that be any good? Well, basically you would time yourself. You have like a stopwatch or something. You can time yourself to see how many times you get 7 hits. That's when the game ends. And see how quickly you can do it. Plus you can control the speed of this little bad boy. You can speed it up or slow it down. It gets insanely fast if you crank it all the way up. Shows a nice little picture of the included little light gun shotguns that have pump action ability. That's how you cock it to shoot. So that's kind of neat. So anyway, this is on loan from East Carolina Collectibles up in Robersonville, North Carolina. I didn't buy this. It wasn't working, and I asked if I could borrow it to fix it and make a video. And they said, oh yeah, go ahead. So it's a win-win. I get to show a video of this really cool toy from the late 70s, and they get a working unit back that they can sell in the store. Awesome. So let's take a look at what came in the box, and we'll try the games out. So inside the box, we have the power supply. It's brown. 120 volt power supply. Pretty common. We also have the limited warranty brochure from Ideal. Awesome. It's always cool to see these in these old toys. Pretty awesome, isn't it? And of course we have the instruction manual. It's about 6 pages. Goes through a lot of the basic stuff on how to assemble your light gun rifles. Where you got to assemble the stock and everything onto them. All the good stuff. Put the rubber bumpers on the bottom of the console. Over here on page 2, these have like a gun rack you could put on the console to store your light gun shotguns. Shows a mode button and also the game select button there. Has different games you can play. How to remove the cover, to remove the shipping packaging, how to make all the connections. The shotguns on each side, power jack in the center. Explains how to set everything up, how far you should be away from the wall, 6 feet. pretty much a 6-foot square right there. And then your different games you can play for the mode knob and then the game selector. How to sight. You want to lead the target a little bit. The reset button on the side of the shotgun that starts the game. And the pullback action, which is actually kind of neat. You got to pull it back before you can actually shoot it. And then this page shows how to sight the target the best possible way. And what's neat about this game, when you do hit the target, it has a nice little colorful explosion that appears. That is really, really cool. And this particular one has a speed control that's inside. You have a little potentiometer you can turn to increase the speed of the dot moving around on the wall. I don't know if it's the earlier version or the later version, but they actually had a knob outside of here on the case to allow you to adjust the speed without taking this cover off. And being so close to that movable head in there, it's a little tricky to get it adjusted while it's running. Then we have our different play modes. We have a single mode for 1 player. And then we have our 2-player games as well. We have a Skeet game where what it does is the target will move and it'll disappear and it'll stop. After 2 seconds, it'll appear and move again. Sometimes it'll move to another spot before turning on and then turn on and move. That's a real fun mode of the game to play. Then you have the running target game. And basically what that is, the dot stays on the wall the whole time, moving around, and you just shoot at it. And then the disappearing target game, it's same as a running target game. However, the little dot will disappear randomly. It'll still move around and not stop. So it'll appear and disappear in different spots under constant motion. That's probably the hardest one. And you have 7 hits. So the first player to reach 7 hits, they win the game. Now on the console itself, you'll see these 2 red LEDs. And whoever hits the target, their red LED will light up. Whoever wins the game, their red LED will start blinking really fast. So you know the game is over and they hit. Talks about how to replace the bulb. They're common light bulbs. They're very common. So it shows how to replace them and everything inside. Target PR12 bulb. Pretty cool. All right, put this on back on page 1. Pull it in there. Put that right there. Put that right there. Awesome. Now let's take a closer look at the actual Skeet module itself. All right, here's the electronic control box. By Ideal. Pretty cool. Here's the 2 little LEDs I was talking about earlier. Got the gun racks right there. So you can see here's the mode select button and the game button. Well, dial. So you would turn to select which game you want to play. Then right behind this plate right here, you can see the electronics down in there. Pretty cool. Had to do a little work on this. Had to replace the little electric motor that's down inside of there. And it's not too bad to remove, actually. Ideal made this a very serviceable toy. You can replace the bulbs really easy, and you can replace the motor really easy. The motor was not working anymore. It's a common toy motor. It's made by Mabuchi. I was able to find one really quick on eBay. Bought it. Pretty easy to install after I transferred the gear over to it. Put it back in. Got everything working again. Then I also reattached the decal here on the front. This had fallen off, so I got it reattached. And then also I had to do a little bit of other fine adjustments to it as well. Nothing major whatsoever. So let's pop this over here. Let's take a look at the front. So right there you can see the light head itself. Kind of looks like Wally peeking out of there. Wally. That moves around and projects the beam on the wall. One is for the light target itself. The other is for the explosion that appears. It's actually a really neat effect. And it does have sound effects as well. It makes a neat little shooting sound when you pull the trigger of the shotgun light gun. And then when you hit it, it makes a noise as well. It's really kind of cool. Alright, let's take a look at one of the rifles. Okay, here's one of the shotgun light gun rifles. It's a pretty basic light gun. You got a 3-pin connector with a ground. So it's a very basic light gun. And these, basically all I needed to do with these to get them to work again was to take them apart, clean all the contacts, because they had gotten some corrosion on them. And it started working just fine. It's got a very simple light sensor up here in the front of the barrel. You can see the window right down in there. So basically what it's looking for is a dot of light on the wall that's flashing at a certain frequency, and then it'll trigger the electronics to score a hit. You just can't shoot at a light bulb or another light source. The light source has to be flickering at a certain rate before it'll register with the computer in the game that you actually hit the target. And then right here is the reset button to start the game. And then to arm the shotgun, move it back, there you go, and you can hit it. Boom! Like I said, it makes a really great sound effect when you shoot. It's pretty awesome. Now I made a diagram showing how this is all wired up in case anybody out there that's watching this video has this game and have light guns that don't work. You can try to get them to work again by looking at this diagram and see what's not working anymore. There's really nothing heavy duty electronic inside of these, just a bunch of contacts. I think the most complicated part in it is that light sensor up there, and that's not really that complicated. It's just like a little cadmium sulfide cell or photocell or something like that, but it's still a really, really cool toy. Alright, let's check out the different game modes. We'll do the first game, which is the running target. Hit the reset on the side of the old shotgun here. Oh yeah, one hit. Oh yeah. It's kind of cool. Come on, there we go. So what you can do in a one-player mode is to see how long it takes you to get to the 7 hits. So you can time yourself. That's how you would play a single-player game. So let's try the Skeet mode. And we'll do a novice, of course. And away we go. There it is. Missed. There we go. Should move here in a second. Come on. Rats. Gotcha. You hear it moving, it'll come on at a different spot now. Yeah. Oh yeah. That was such a terrible shot. Oh man, I already disappeared. I think it did. Oops. Dang. So let's try the disappearing target. Novice mode. I don't have a disappearing. Yeah, but I don't have a disappearing. I think that was Skeet. There it is. That's disappearing mode. Right on the wrong one. This one just keeps moving. And then it comes on. A little bit more difficult to play. barn. There we go, finally. Whew. That's a pretty cool game mode as well. Let's put it back to the running target mode. And we show the different speeds that little dot can get moving. Go here and adjust the speed control, potentiometer. Oops. There it is. It's a little hard to get to. Yeah. We'll try to hit that. Woo-wee! Now if you look really closely at the moving dot, you can see it flickering just a little bit like I was talking about earlier when I was looking at the instructions. Yeah, that's even better. You might be able to see it in the camera, don't know. But I love that graphic that pops up when you hit it. It's almost right over the dot. That is so cool. Oh, now it's moving again. It's on the move. This is so cool. Now, the best part about this game is playing 2-player. So I was able to convince my wife to play me a game of this. Now, if you wait too long to do a shot, it times out and says the game is over. And it does that, and it'll light up the LED for the player who got the most hits at the end. If you don't get 7 hits before the game's over. Pretty awesome. Okay, let's do the 2-player mode. Ooh. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my gosh, you kicked my butt.
I'm getting frustrated. I guess I need to shoot when I'm angry.
Okay. Finally. Woo. Oh man. Finally, I got a hit. What are you machine gunning over there? Oh yeah, coming from behind. Oh yeah, Wild Bill. Ain't that a cool little game?
Yeah, it is. It is pretty neat.
And Ideal Toys has some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, we've done several of their brand.
Now, wasn't it a really cool toy? It's pretty awesome. Like I said earlier in the beginning of this video, if you're interested in this, check out the East Carolina Collectibles site or store in Robersonville, North Carolina. You can also give them a call if you want to. They'll ship some stuff. I don't know if they'll ship that or not because it's kind of big. But if you're in Eastern North Carolina and you're near Williamston, head on down to East Carolina Collectibles. They got a lot of cool stuff there. A lot of stuff I featured on this channel is for sale there right now. I took a whole bunch of stuff into them. So anyway, as always everyone, Thanks for watching. Stop moving! Hey! Woman! Ooh. All right, Eddie Oakley.